And the Conservative Mayor of Keighley in West Yorkshire has been forced to resign after sparking a homophobia row when he apologised to the local Muslim community for his attendance at a council-led Pride event. So this is Mohammed Nazim, who was pictured raising a pride flag as part of the event, but quickly took to Facebook where he posted, "I wholeheartedly apologise for my participation in the flag-raising ceremony as it contradicts my personal beliefs. I want to emphasise that I have also personally repented for this error and reflected deeply on the consequences of my actions." So after facing a barrage of criticism from residents and fellow politicians, Nazim has now resigned after less than a month in the role. So, Nigel Farage, this is one of the moral conundrums of our time, isn't it? The left, always so keen to champion diversity, but also so keen to champion Muslim representation in major political roles. Has this just morally collided?
Yes, and indeed the same thing's happened in Michigan, hasn't it? A small town in Michigan, where you've got a Muslim majority council and they banned the pride flag completely. And the Democrats are going absolutely bananas over that. But in the case of Mr. Nazim, there is a very, very good moral for all politicians to this tale, which is this. If you try to please all of the people all of the time, you finish up pleasing no one. So he goes along, "Oh, I better go to the pride event because I'm the mayor." Then his own community don't like it. So he apologises to them, and then he gets the backlash from the other side, and he finishes up having upset everybody. It would have been better for him, wiser for him, not to attend the Pride event in the first place. But he probably felt he was bullied into doing it. So, yeah, decide who you are, stick to that point of view, don't waver, and don't try and please both sides. And that actually applies all the way through politics. It reminds me, really, of David Cameron saying, "We want the Guardian to like us." Well, I don't know what the point of it was, because the Guardian were never going to like them anyway.
Yeah, no, very good point, actually. Oh, has Nigel just frozen?
Absolutely.
Oh, no, we've got you back, Nigel. We've got you back. Nigel, I was just going to say, what's really interesting, though, isn't it, that you've got the woke left who are constantly attacking Christian values, you know, but they will never criticise a Muslim politician for their beliefs. I mean, we saw this in Scotland, for example, when they went absolutely bananas over the SNP candidate to replace Nicola Sturgeon, but had no problem with Humza Useless, who also didn't vote for gay marriage because of his Muslim beliefs. So there is real hypocrisy, I believe, from the left that are so keen to tear down the Church of England, to tear down the Roman Catholic Church all the time, but never want to question the Muslim faith.
No, that's right. I mean, I remember in my time in Brussels and Strasbourg, there was a woman there, and she was a representative for the Women's Party in Sweden. And I said to her a couple of times, look at what's happening in Malmo. I mean, it's become the rape capital of Europe, #2 murder capital in Europe. And this is because of a huge influx of people from different cultures. You know, do you ever question, actually, whether this dominance of Islam in Malmo is running into direct contradiction with everything your party stands for? Oh, no, she said. And it's classic of the left. They can't face up to any of this. I think what it really means, Dan, actually, is that identity politics is beginning to rip us to pieces. This idea that we must all be treated differently according to our gender and how we identify and what our religion is, provided it's not Christian, of course, because that's bad. And really, what we need to think about is to become colourblind, to say that we should be promoting not multiculturalism, but actually some sense of unified identity. And you think back to the civil rights movement back in the 1960s and that very eloquent leader, Martin Luther King. And this is very relevant, I think. You know, when he said, "I want my 4 kids to be judged not for the colour of their skin, but for the content of their character," let's start judging people on the content of their character, not on any other characteristics. And you know what? The world will be a better place.